What is up, guys? Influx here, and I'm actually on vacation right now, but I thought I'd take a little break and make a video for you guys. So today's video is going to be about the 5 most annoying things to me on Black Ops 3. Now, these aren't in any order, and I I like the game, right? But every game is going to have some stuff that you're just like, I'm not a huge fan. Um, and obviously Black Ops 3 is no exception. So, yeah. Now, before we start, I do want to make a little honorable mention here, and that is the marshals. Oh my gosh, especially dual wield marshals. You can't beat them at their range. They supposedly nerfed them. I don't buy it. I think they said they decreased the range. They're still ridiculously overpowered in my opinion. I don't feel that there should be any gun that can just dominate the short range like that, especially not a secondary weapon, right? It would be not as bad if it was like an actual like primary shotgun, but it's not, right? It's a secondary, so the fact that you can go and stick on like your VMP or your CUDA or whatever, and then also have the marshals on is ridiculous. And also, I've seen a lot of people with sniper rifles. They'll have their sniper rifles and then they'll just swap to a marshal or whatever and just wreck you. And I'm like, especially since it's not only it's a secondary, but it's a supply drop weapon, so not even everybody has it. So there's no good way for everyone to combat it, right? I don't have the marshals. Although I didn't get any footage of it. This is a little tangent, right? But I didn't get any footage, but I got the new shotgun, the Banshee. One of the first people to get it, I think. I got it almost as soon as it was released. I downloaded the update, and then I played, and I opened some supply drops, and I got the Banshee, and I was like, oh my gosh. Not overpowered by any means. It's kind of hard to use. One shot at any range that I've been able to see, but whatever. So, on to the actual list. And these are not in an actual order, they're just 5 things. So, number 1, or not number 1, but the first one that I'm going to talk about, high caliber. Treyarch, could you have made a more annoying attachment? I don't think so, especially with the crazy flinch in the game. You stick high caliber on any of your assault rifles, and then you'll get hit with flinch, and then your gun will just go up, and then boom, headshot on the guy, and the guy who probably would have won the gunfight is sitting there just raging out on Treyarch because they didn't deserve to get the kill, right? And so I run high caliber on a lot of things. I run high caliber on the M8. I run it on when I use the M8. I don't use it often, but then I also use high caliber on the Shiva to turn it into that one-shot kill at me like close to mid-range. Long range it doesn't actually do it, but still, like it's really annoying when you can just turn on people and then boom. There have been times when I know I didn't deserve the kill, and I know that the dude probably wanted to murder me. But I mean, it's what happens, you know. They added the attachment. I find it really annoying. I don't think it's broken by any means, and I don't think they have to nerf it or get rid of it or anything, but it's still pretty dang annoying. Okay, so this second one it's kind of not a Black Ops 3 specific problem, just a Call of Duty problem that's been around for pretty much ever, and that's gun balancing, right? And I say it specifically just because I'm so tired of the VMP, right? Originally it was the Razorback in the beta, and everyone was using the Razor, just melt people. You're like, oh my gosh, this is insane. And then they nerfed it when the full game came out. And then it was the Vesper. Oh my gosh, the Vesper just melted everything at a pretty good range, honestly. Obviously not challenging like M8 or whatever, but if you could be accurate enough, you could probably take out an MA guy if he was kind of bad. And then they nerfed that, so now it's the VMP. The VMP is insane at pretty much all ranges. I have, just because when they first did all like the nerfing and everything, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, the VMP is so good," I was like, it can't be that good. So I was just playing around with it, and I got stuck in a fight on Fringe. I was in Barn, he was in Farmhouse, and the dude, I think he was running like the Shiva or something, and I won the gunfight. Now obviously, he wasn't the greatest. If he would have been better, he probably could have easily killed me with the Shiva. But still, the fact that it has that range, like the ability to win gunfights at that range is just insane. Like, why would they have an SMG that can just do so much? It needs to be balanced more. And like I said, that's always been a problem. You go back, and people, if you find people in Black Ops 3, I mean not Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, who aren't trick shotters, they're probably using the M8 or the MSMC, just because those guns were so good. You look back, you have the ACR. There have just been so many guns in previous CODs that have not been balanced, and that's always been a problem. But I think that Treyarch could definitely do something about the gun balancing. Okay, so this third one has to do with the matchmaking and the team balancing. I went into my first game of S&D, right? And immediately it was a 7v4. They had, like, the other team had 7 people. For one, that's not even supposed to be a thing, okay? And for two, my team only had 4 people. Like, that's not... What's going on? Plus, their team was a bunch of, like, crazy, try-hard, level 500 people, and then nobody else on my team had even prestige once. For one, like, on a bigger, like, scale, the team balancing, both teams should have around the same amount of people, especially not over 6, because Call of Duty, as long as you're not playing in Ground War, is max 6v6, not 7v4. Like, what's going on there? And then, also, the fact that they stick all of the really, really good players, because I looked at the lobby leaderboard afterwards, and everybody on my team was at the bottom, and everybody on their team was at the top, right? Like, I wasn't at the top or the bottom. I was closer to the top, but that doesn't matter. So, the fact that it didn't balance the team very well just kind of made me a little bit angry, because thankfully I joined in late, so the defeat didn't count towards, like, my win-loss, but still, like, that's just, like, why would they do that? So I think that Treyarch could definitely fix the matchmaking, team balancing, whatever you want to call that. Okay, so number 4 is going to be Nomad. So Treyarch, they had to have been thinking, I don't know, maybe they weren't, but they had to have been thinking when they created Nomad, this is for the campers, because Hive is just like having a bunch of little trip mines that are way harder to avoid. Like, why would you do that? It makes it so easy for somebody just to go into a room, plaster hives everywhere, and then just sit and wait for people to come and run into their hives. I don't understand. Like, Treyarch, why are you helping out the game? And react it to a lesser extent. You can... I don't see people using that as, like, in a camping situation, but it still can be very campy if somebody's sitting there, like, in the little overlook room on Hunted. They can just be sitting there challenging to balcony in the big house, and then they die, rejack, come back up, kill the unsuspecting people, and then that you can just continue camping right in there. So I definitely think that Rejack and Hive just Nomad in general, are definitely very camper oriented. And it even says, like, I believe it's Outrider, says sometimes when you kill a Nomad, camper, something. Maybe I'll put a little clip of the voice there if I can find one. But he's a camper. Like, he is the camper specialist, and it really makes me a little bit annoyed that Treyarch would like cater to the campers. Okay, so for this last one, this one is one that I know many people agree with, and that is the supply drops. So back in Advanced Warfare, everyone eventually got to the point where they hated supply drops. There were plenty of people who did openings and stuff for YouTube, which, whatever, it gets views, people enjoy it, cool. But it still was so annoying for the people who like went and bought the season pass and stuff, who they didn't get to enjoy the game to its full capacity because they couldn't get an Obsidian Steed, even though they've opened tons and tons of supply drops. And this one guy who doesn't have anything, doesn't have the season pass, doesn't have any of the DLC, anything, opens his first supply drop and gets the Obsidian Steed, the insanity, all of that. And it was really annoying. So then, when they first announced the supply drops for Black Ops 3, everyone was like, oh no. But then Treyarch was like, don't worry, it's just cosmetic items, different melee weapons, camos, weapon attachment variants, things like that. And people are like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then they started releasing actual weapons. And I get that it's not Treyarch, it's Activision, because Activision is all about that money and stuff, whatever. But still, like, it's so annoying going against somebody who has a weapon that you can't get, like, normally. Even if they actually sold the weapons, right? I know that, I can't think of any, but like in Ghosts, right? They had like the different packs. You could get like the Snoop Dogg voice pack, you could get like the wolf customization thing for your dog, things like that. That was really cool, but you could just outright buy that. Even if they did that for the guns, it would still annoy people who are like season pass owners, and they're like, well, why don't I get that stuff? But it would still be a lot less annoying than leaving it up to chance, right? Somebody could go and spend tons and tons of money on all these supply drops and still not get the marshals, and some other guy could just trade in easy 30 crypto keys and then just boom, get the marshals and the MX Garand, and I don't know why you would want the MX Garand, but whatever. Just a bunch of weapons all at once. And it's really annoying. Myself, I have the interdiction, I have a few of them. I got the Banshee, like I said earlier. I got the L4 Siege, the Shadow Claw, but for the most part, it's a bunch of like useless ones that can't actually be used. I have the HG40. I mean, that's an okay weapon. It's usable. But honestly, the fact that they would release weapons specifically in supply drops after Advanced Warfare and all that, like the problems that people had there, that actually kind of, like, that's pretty annoying. I actually, if this was a top 5, this would be number most annoying thing. So, thank you guys for watching. This is just my personal opinion of the 5 most annoying things about Black Ops 3. Obviously, everybody has their own opinion, but, if you guys have any other ideas, don't, leave a comment, let me know what you think your most annoying things are, and, just thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please do leave a like, maybe even subscribe, but most of all, like I said before, share it, friends, family, just let other people know. That's the way that us small YouTubers can grow, actually get a fan base. But, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be uploading any more videos during my, like this vacation. If not, I'm sorry, but you know, I don't have a whole lot of time, kind of. I do have quite a busy schedule. But until my next video, see you guys, and Influx out.